don't love nobody. Chill. Streets don't love nobody. Chill.
The streets don't love nobody. Fuck around and be another body. The killing ain't nothing but a hobby. The streets don't love nobody. Streets don't love nobody. Fuck around and be another body. Killing ain't nothing but a hobby. Streets don't love nobody.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome to a special edition of Sin City. We gonna call this one Sin City Presents Vibing.
Okay.
That's what we on tonight. We just vibing tonight, man. We ain't gotta get nobody call in. We ain't gotta worry about nobody. Y'all can leave your comments in them right there in the spot. You know, we still gonna do that, but ain't got nobody called in. I got my man Frankie Thomas with me.
We in the building. Hey, this make my teeth look white.
Got my main man, the OG, Ivanhoe OG, the elder. Well, I'm gonna call him Elder Chief.
My man. What it do, y'all?
Y'all put y'all applause in the comments. Y'all know who in here.
There you go. We got Baby in the house, Shelly Gibson. What's happening with you, baby? Hey, man, you know what? I guess we're going to get it started, man. We going to, Toriano, what's happening, player? I see you. Hey, man, we're going to get it started, man. We had a wild weekend this week, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm just going to say, like I said, we just sitting here vibing. And I was sitting there and I was looking around and I seen my man, Academic. I saw Academic and he went after your boy's head. He went after your boy Freddie Gibbs' head.
Wait. I believe on his video he had the full name Frederick. Now,
yeah.
Y'all may not know him by that, you know what I'm saying? But if you from Gary, you may know, you know what I'm saying? Real name Frederick, but we ain't gotta get that deep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had, he went in on him. But now here's the thing. And I'm telling you, right. You know, I got you back, Chill. I got you back.
My bad, fam. I was trying to look at the chats, man.
Oh no, don't worry about it. He kind of went in on the man. He went in on the man, and he first thing he hollered is, "Can't come back to Gary." I see. You can't come to Gary. You can't come to Gary. So I see the man Freddie. I see him in Gary shooting a video. Now, I'm gonna be the first one to say this. You know, I'm not a Freddie Gibbs fan as a person. I'm not his fan as a person simply because, one time he called the show and it was just, it was chaotic. I ain't like the way he did it. So I'm not a fan about it. But now here's one thing I gotta say. I think what he did was a cold, calculating move.
Okay. I give you that. I give you that. I'll go ahead.
And my reason being, and the reason I think it was a calculated move, and I think, he got the upper hand, is because everybody kept saying Freddie can't come to the G. Freddie can't come to the G. So what do? He pop up in the G and shot a video. Not only did he shoot a video outside, shot a video in the G, he shot it outside. So now, that and just in my eyes, that kills Academic's whole little thing about you can't come to the G. You know what I'm saying? I think, like I said, I think it was a cold, calculating move. I think that I think I tell you what, I put it like this. This round, I get a
Freddie.
I give it to Freddie.
Give it to Freddie.
I give Freddie this round.
Okay. Chill. I want to see what you got to say because I know what I'm about to say. I want to see what your thoughts are on this topic right here of the man who represents Gary.
Well, man, man, like me and fam was talking earlier, we all had our issues here and there with Freddie Gibbs and everything, but at the same time, when me, you, and Famo, we talked to Freddie Gibbs at the last time I already seen him, which is a while ago, and we had our own conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't agree with some of the stuff he had said about Ivanhoe, some of the different things he was doing. But once me and him sat down and talked, and then plus he squared it out with my boy P. Dot before he died, I was like, man, you know what? First of all, I don't got a horse in this race, so why am I even tripping what this dude doing? But at the same time, everything that we talked about in the studio, when he was the younger one in the studio, and I was telling my boys, like, man, let's go here to Cali, let's go to Atlanta, let's go here to these hot spots and put ourselves out there on the map. He did that. Now, do Freddie talk a lot of smack sometimes? Yes, he does. Yes, he do. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I looked at like, it's just like with a lot of these rappers, man. It's entertainment. And like we were saying earlier, you could be the hardest person, you could be the weakest person where you come from, but go somewhere else and be the hardest because it's in you where you come from. Now, to stop somebody coming from Gary, I don't know nobody in Gary that can stop the real Gary person from coming back home. And when a real Gary person come back home, he knowing they coming back home, it might be some conflict. So in the midst of that conflict, I'm ready to handle it, whatever comes with me coming back home. So he just proved him right. Like, nigga, I'm back at the crib. Now what you gonna do? And where all these people at, like we talked about earlier, Zach, they're like everybody said they're gonna kill a snitch, but anybody trying to go to jail for killing no snitch. You feel me?
No, you damn sure don't want to. But now, before you go, I'm sorry. I you know what it reminded me of when you just said that?
What's that?
I remember when, what's up, Keish? What's happening? I remember back in the day, man, we ain't putting no business out there, but I will just say, I remember back in the day when Nose came home.
Yeah.
And I know, motherfuckers like, hey, you got a lot of motherfucking nerves showing your motherfucking face out here.
Mm-hmm.
But he did it. He did it. I'm like you said, like, damn, okay. Now my girl Keith say, no, this ain't the format where you gotta hush, baby. I don't speak your mind. Speak your mind, this. And I mean, my whole thing is just like I just feel on the level like, okay, we know the real, but I'm just saying let's just say somebody in Akron, Ohio, who's listening to Academic, and this person the Academic fan, this person the Freddie Gibbs fan. Right. Or they just want to see the conflict.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This person from Akron, Ohio, like, oh man, he done got on Freddie trail.
Right.
Then the next day, Freddie in energy and did a video. I mean, to if you on the outside looking in, it's like, oh well, damn,
he shut it up.
Yeah, fuck what y'all talking about.
It definitely looked like that.
On the outside looking in,
and I don't disagree because, like I was telling you about a week ago, I was out in Maryland, and I was working with a guy who was from DC, and I was breaking down to him some stuff, and I'm not trying to shit on nobody that's putting on for my city. That's first and foremost. And I feel like most people got that mindset. But if you go ask anybody from Gary who really in Gary, everything may not line up as far as the dots if you talk about his name. You know what I'm saying? And he told me dead in my face, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. The nigga tight. I feel everything he's saying. And a lot of people carry that sentiment. And I don't knock him for that because if we talking about just rapping, hey, the boy can rap his ass off. He can rap circles around a lot of niggas in this rap game.
Most definitely.
Not Gary. Talking about in the game. He on that level. He definitely on that level. One thing I was saying, though, is You beefing with an internet nigga, or you trying to create beef for the internet nigga. And I feel like for you to carry the gangster moniker, one, that just look lame. You know what I'm saying? That look lame because it's one thing when it's funny, you know what I'm saying, and it's jokety joke. But it's another thing when you actually make it seem like it could be a problem with this guy. And I brought up the comparison to Boosie when he was on the Breakfast Club interview. And Boosie was breaking down like, look, I ain't got no problem with gays. When I look like beefing with a gay nigga, I'm a nigga that's going to beef for real steppers. So I'm looking at that like, well, if you carry this moniker, why are you even entertaining any of this to the level that you entertaining it to? Because the stories that do surface around Gary go a little deeper than that video.
Oh, definitely.
Go a little deeper than that video. And if Act do more homework, who knows what could come out and what could really be said about him. And like I say, I look, I put myself in the rapper category myself, but I'm just trying to keep it as real as it could be. You know what I'm saying? I like Freddie Gibbs, you know what I'm saying, especially as a rapper, but I like him on the Madlib shit. I like him on his hip hop shit. I mean, you be Gangsta Gibbs to the world, but to me, you a nigga that know this hip hop shit. You very intelligent, you know what I'm saying? You could run with that and still be doing the same exact shit. For you to be out here trying to create tension with a nigga on the internet who ain't got nothing to do but to look up dirt and the gossip and the dude, that just look lame to me. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what, man? Excuse me, fam. It might look lame, but that lame nigga got millions of people ears. You see what I'm saying? So, and because all this stuff is surfacing, you got to address the person who got the ear of everybody. If you feel me? So if you don't address him, I know a lot of times I was told sometimes, man, don't even address them Lamar niggas. You know what I'm saying? Let them do what they do, and you just move in silence and keep it moving and show your hand. And that's what he kind of did. He showed he moved in silence. He ran his mouth with the dude, but it's still to my, I'm gonna show you who can't do what. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the nigga Academics got millions of people ears. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta reach out.
I agree with you because at the end of the day, that could mean nothing but more pub for Gibbs because he deserved it without him having to do that. But like you said though, this can only be possibly round one. Who knows what else can come out? And what you represent, Gary, I honestly don't want it to come out.
Yeah, because like I
don't want it to come out.
I said,
you know what I'm saying? I hate to say something like that because I want the world to see you how you are because you representing for this. But if other information do surface,
no, I seen the video.
World watching.
I seen the video, and what's up with your offs? I seen a video today that he posted, and you know he called out some names. He called out some names. He called out some steppers.
Break it down.
You know what I'm saying? He called out some steppers. I'm not gonna say the names, but because I'm not trying to start no tit for tat shit. But he called out some steppers. Now, what's gonna happen now? You know what I'm saying? Because you got motherfuckers is like, okay, you call the motherfuckers bitches, and you know you bitch ass nigga and all that shit. Come on, dog. You can't. I mean, like I said, round one go to Gibbs because, like I said, with the academic shit, you know, because it got put on a platform where dude got millions of followers. Mm-hmm. He got millions, like you just said, he got millions of followers. So now, you know, now everybody in tune to him. So now everybody want to see what Freddie do. Well, now Freddie said, okay, well, I'm gonna go make a video in Gary. You know, I mean,
what you got, Chill?
So Gibbs was the one calling a bunch of people bitches and hoes and stuff, right?
Yeah, some steppers.
See, this my thing, man. You know, you don't never want to write a check that your butt can't cash. Because you know, it's a lot of people out here in the streets. You know, I'm not the toughest, but I got laid down by somebody who wasn't really tough like that. That's how I feel. Anybody could get touched. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to put yourself in that predicament to make somebody to show their hand. That's just my thing. So my thing is, you know, you're doing good. Keep on going that path. Don't fall for the traps and snares. That's all it is. People setting you up for failure and don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't set yourself up for failure, man.
Because here's my thing. Last year you was nominated for a Grammy.
Right.
This
Oh,
year, well, yeah,
Oh,
this
early
year,
this
year. You was nominated for a Grammy.
Him and Nas. You in the category with Nas, my
Oh, you really want not this no shot to nobody, but you don't want to. You don't want to end up like what's his name, King Von? Ain't that just like his anniversary death or something?
God rest his soul. That was last year. I'm corrected. That was last year.
Yeah, you don't want to end up like that. You know, you was up for a Grammy. You know, this past year for the Grammys. Next year they talking about rest in peace, Freddie Gibbs. Oh,
Frankie, what did Jay-Z say, man?
Which way? Which line?
What Jay-Z say? He said, you want me to see back in the clink again? You want me to see me back on Rikers again? You want me to see me, why you want to see me go back there?
Come on.
Let me excel. You feel me? And that's how he got to address the people. He's like, I'm not going to play myself like that. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, Zach, Kaz, my bad. Y'all know what it is. He don't agree with me, but I still feel like, and it ain't in my character to say he need to smack him. I just feel like he need to smack him. He need to catch. They all in Cali, you know what I'm saying, living life. Just go smack him. You ain't got to go beat him up. You ain't got to catch a charge. Just smack him. Let him know what my nigga Corey Holcomb say. You just rebooting the TV. That's all. You got to get his head straight. Just smack him.
But see, that's the thing. Until that happens, like I said, it played out great. It played out great for the media. Right. You know what I'm saying? It played out great for the media.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you get a motherfucking Little Rock, Arkansas. Oh man, that's a Freddie Gibbs fan. Oh man, goddamn, right. Gibbs a gangster. He was talking shit and Gibbs went there.
That's a fact.
I think, me personally, I think you took a chance. It paid off for you, but I really think you took a chance. And my thing is this, like, dude, you hollering, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Maybe you did it because you like, all right, I did it. I probably feel like I ain't got nothing to prove no more. I ain't never coming back. But shit, that's just like, you know what I'm saying? My man, Mr. Charlie, when he saw him out there in Arizona. Dude, hey, motherfuckers can touch you from anywhere. Right. Motherfucker, hey, you pleading your case then. You pleading your case. But
let's just something that we're not saying is it really ain't nothing to go back to Gary and not be seen. Let's think about it, because a lot of people really not in Gary no more like they used to be. This ain't the 90s or the early 2000s. Niggas grew up. Niggas is moving on and getting the real life, getting to the family life. True that. So it really ain't nothing to go back to Gary, you know what I'm saying? In that sense. I'm not saying he ain't make a statement, though. I do agree with you there.
Right.
I agree with you there.
And I think he did it just for the media.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But
to be honest with you, man, when I go back home to Gary, I only going to see my loved ones anyway. I ain't trying to hang out. You know, so I might go see Cop or I might see Tank. Other than that, I'm going to see my family. I'm not trying to be out there, and get caught up in somebody else's bull crap.
Exactly.
That's like going to get on somebody else's dope spot.
Exactly.
I stay up under the radar when I'm going back there, dog. Hey, by the time you know that I'm there, I'm back home.
Exactly. You'll see it on Facebook later. I was there.
By the time the picture posted, you are
right. By the time I post the picture, I'm back home.
Exactly.
Motherfucker, hey, motherfucker, you here? Nah, I'm back at home.
Word up. But yeah, just want to touch on that situation real
quick.
That's what's going on, you know what I'm saying? With the Gibbs situation, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still rooting for you to keep pushing it for Gary, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, because that's what I really want to see. But a lot of niggas, this is another conversation. This is separate from Gibbs, because what I'm realizing is niggas is growing up and still not coming to reality of who the fuck they really are. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people like that besides Gibbs in this world. And it ain't to say that, you ain't really hard as you want to make it seem, but niggas got to take their mask off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to take their mask off now that we getting older, because you ain't got to do that. I understand, especially in the 90s, what niggas grew up in, especially when you leave out that dough, you got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for the lifestyle that y'all had to lead, you had to be on point. You can't go out there and be slacking for a minute because you just never know. It could be your hood, it could be the next hood, it could be whatever. But that's the mask that you really had to wear, whether you was about that or not. But now that y'all 40, 50, or shit, I'm 33, shit, take that mask off. If you really a good guy and a funny nigga, you can be that. That don't mean you still not what you about. You know what I'm saying? And you know, y'all showed me that. Kaz, Elder Chill, you know what I'm saying? Y'all showed me that. Y'all still with the shits. I know you're a pastor, you know what I'm saying? But y'all still with it. If it got to be that, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, because y'all understand that this is who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't came to that realization. And it's sad when I see niggas that's my age that do that. And I'm talking about, it ain't nothing wrong with listening to NBA Youngboy, but if that's who your influence is at your age, then I think that's a problem. Because I can appreciate him, but that don't mean you need to be riding around in the car like you still living that life. You're not living that life no more.
I'm not
living that life.
I tell a motherfucker, yeah, check this out. This motherfucker talk crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I go get this motherfucking prostate exam, I'm on his ass. Really? Come on, dog. Let's go. Sit your ass down.
Hey, I got an uncle, man. It's so funny, man, because I know he about it, but he got to put on his glasses to read nothing.
Damn right.
Like, chill, man. Yeah. When you really see that, he's like, wait, I can't see with you. Let me put my glasses up. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. That's what we had in life. That's what everybody had in life, man.
We talking about finna bounce to a club. Hey, hold on. It's night. Hey, I'm mad now that it's nighttime. It got started getting dark early now. I put my glasses on even earlier. Shit, I can't go nowhere. Shit, I can't even drive without aid.
And that's what it is, man. Y'all out there, man, y'all stop, man. Y'all take y'all mask off. It's okay. We know who y'all are. Y'all actions show what y'all did. But we all getting old. You can't be age.
Hey, exactly. And
ain't no way around it, man.
That's one thing that I do want to speak on too, because we got a lot of motherfuckers that's our age here that still think that they living this motherfucking life. And it's like, what are you doing? Ah, shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hell, I see you, man. Hell, fucking, you my dog. Like I told you, man. I used to look. I looked up to you. You know what I'm saying? I know. You know what I'm saying? He was like me, skinny motherfucker, but he was smooth. Smooth motherfucker. Smooth as hell.
Pelly coat.
Right. Dressed to the nine. Shit. Hey. You know, I ain't trying to put the business out there like that, but you know what I'm saying? Shit, the girls love me. Okay. I see I could be like that.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? I see I could move like that. I like the way this dude moving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like me and Chill was rapping earlier, and the thing is, man, growing up, you had to have your own mind. You had to have your own mind. And Chill can attest to this too, you know, because if I didn't have my own mind, I'm just going to say if I didn't have my own mind, Chill wouldn't be on the show. Or if I didn't have my own mind, hell, I might not even be sitting here right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's real spec right there. You know what I'm saying? Real spec.
And you know,
man. You know, fam, we all have to grow up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the Most High only going to give us one opportunity. He give you a couple opportunities to get it right. You know what I'm saying? And if you keep going down the wrong path, you're going to find what you're looking for. You know what I'm talking about? So my thing is, man, and with everybody I come across, I just try to feel like, man, you know, I'm going to listen to what you got to say. I'm going to be objective. And I'm going to try to get to you the, you know, I don't, you know, everybody knows the gangster route to get somebody conversation. But I straight tell them in a minute, man, do you want to, is this worth your life? Is it worth your family missing you, what you're trying to go through or trying to build? You know what I'm saying, man? Let them, you know, my grandfather told me, them same niggas going to be up on them same light posts, drinking that same bottle of wine, and them same dudes going to kill themselves. You go live your life and do the best you can. You feel me? And that's all we can do, anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Just live your life and do the best you can, and let them kill themselves while you rising to the top. Cream rise to the top. You feel me?
And like I said, man, and like it's funny. Like I say, man, me and Chill got so much history without even knowing that we had the history. And it was so funny, man, because I never forget Claude Nannies. We had Claude Nannies. I don't know. I think this day was just like.
Well, hold up. Let's take it down here. What memory lane? What's Claude Nannies? Because I'm a young buck.
Well,
some young bucks on here.
Right here, little ball on 38. Little ball on 38. And
Claude and Nannies.
This particular Sunday, it was a Sunday. This particular Sunday, I think it just felt like it was an Ivanhoe reunion in that motherfucker. I mean, it was just Ivanhoe all up in there at the bar, everything. Chill sitting at the bar, I'm sitting at the bar. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how, somehow me and Chill ain't never at that point. Me and Chill ain't never really sat down and we ain't never just sat down and rap. I mean, he know the reason, I know the reason. We leave it at that. But we never sat down and rap. And that's why I say he's so smooth in what he do.
Right.
He say, I know you kind of had something against me back then. And I kind of looked up at him like, we grown men. I knew you kind of had something against me. And I'm like, I'm like, because to think about, I kind of felt stupid. Like, it was a dumbass, my mind state where I was at was like, back then to there, it was like, I feel stupid just even, and he like, it's cool. It's cool. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand why you had the reason, but let me give you the actual factuals. And once he broke it down, I'm like, man, I felt even more stupider than I did. I felt more stupid than I were. I felt more stupid.
Oh, no, stupider word tonight.
Stupider. I felt more stupid than I did before because I'm like, here I am. Like, I never held it. I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't hold a grudge. I just didn't all right, man. Because I walked in, I'm like, and I swear, it's just like, I don't know, how you get up, go to the bathroom, somebody take this chair, you get up, go to it was like musical chairs that was bringing me and him closer and closer together. Yeah. And it was to the point where finally was no place to sit but right next to Chill.
Right.
I sit next to him, and man, once we got the rapping, man, I'm like, dude, God damn. This dude hit and broke he done broke it down to me to a whole nother level.
Hey, and that bring it back full circle before you talk Chill and just being a leader of yourself, because that's something that you always had in you. That's something Zach got in him too, you know what I'm saying? And for him to understand that for his own and still not go with what he already was previously feeling, just show that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just show that. And all it took was a conversation.
One
a little
conversation.
Understanding. That's all niggas need.
Conversation.
That understanding is the bridge. But hey, bullshit ain't nothing.
And you know what's so crazy, man? The whole time all this was going on, he was living in my house. And I didn't even know it's your cousin. You feel me?
Right.
But we breaking bread and kicking and everything, and I didn't even know it's your cousin. And he standing in my crib and we chilling. But that's what the Most High do, man. He'll remove obstacles to make you get close to have that conversation.
Right.
And like you said, the musical chairs, because I ain't gonna lie, I was hoping and waiting for you to get right beside me, so not to be funny, but we've been having that conversation right here, me and you. Because my thing, everybody I grew up with or around, I don't want no issues with nobody.
Right.
I never will. And I'm the type of person that I'd rather talk to you to air it out before you have to resort to stupid stuff that's gonna jeopardize everything everybody trying to be.
Right. Exactly. Like I said, it was just like, I wasn't on no bullshit, nothing like that. I just was like, yo, what up? Like, yeah, that's chill. That's chill.
And I smiled.
I got slumped in my chair a little bit, but like I said, it was like, and it was so funny because when I think about it, it was like, I'm gonna sit over here.
What's up, nephew?
And it was just like, like I said, you know, everybody getting up, whether shooting pool, getting a drink, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. It's like every time we came back, because you know, we coming back, we toasted. IVH in the building, IVH in the building. And it's just like we kept getting closer and closer and closer. And before I know, I'm like, well, damn, ain't no place to sit, but right next to Chill. Damn.
Hey, like you said, man, that was God right there, man. Hey,
but I'm sorry, not to cut you off. But then it was crazy because when he told me that he had been staying over there with you, I never told him. I never told him nothing.
Right.
I never told him. I say, you staying with who? He say, yeah, we staying with Chill. I said, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. No, I think I asked one question. I said, everything good? And
he like, didn't know though.
Right.
He never knew because when I was over Chill crib, you'd be surprised. I was probably the quietest nigga in that house for the longest of times. Then that one day I just finally started talking. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not that type of nigga because I've always been the type of nigga, I want to know you for you. I'm not going to go off nobody else's judgment because I'm going to look at what you present to me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until we got closer till I realized, hey, well, look, we family now. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you about who my family is. Because I've never been that type to just, because I just understand, you know, what's involved around more than just me. I never know if, like he say, whether he thought about it or not, I never know if I'm putting myself in danger. So I've never been the type of person to just be speaking on shit. You know what I'm saying? Chill might never realize that at first, but I never used to say too much of nothing. I was always conversations with E. It was more, you know, greeting and goodbyes and you know, the day-to-day talk, but it wasn't never nothing real personal with me. I was like a mystery probably at first, you know, unless, you know, whatever, you know, famo said, you know what I'm saying? Until I started talking, you know what I'm saying? And that's what that was.
But hey, you know what? It is funny because I remember asking him, do he know you related to me? And he looked at me like, I don't know. And I'm like, but here's the thing though. He gave you all the highest praise. Oh, Chill, man, Chill a good dude, Chill this, Chill that. And I'm like, whatever. You know, but I never said one word. And I'm like,
that's fair.
All right.
And you know what, at the end of the day, I'm gonna let you talk, Chill. That ain't my business to speak on because I'm not a nigga in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't my business to even, you know, put any type of information out like that. So I know my role, I know my lane.
And you know what? When we did start talking, I was like, hey man, Ernie T, you know, that's my man, you know, it's OG, this, that, whatever. And you know, the first thing I said about you, man, Cass, I said, man, he got to the Avenue saying I want it back.
Hey, the bidding is open.
That's all I said. He got the Avenue sign. I want it. I want it back.
Yeah, because everybody's like, oh, he got the sign. He got the
nigga get it, boy.
Right.
Hey, you know what I want to say though? First, I want to say, hey, shout out to Clyde Nannies. That's what we call, man. It sounds like it's a lot of good memories in there, man. Forgotten, man.
Like I said,
shout out, you know, some history up in here. You know what I'm
saying? That's why I say, man, that day just took. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we both was grown. Wasn't nobody on nothing like, you know, whatever. It was just like, you know,
we chilling. You
know we chilling. Like I said, it was just like that day was meant to be because it was just like, you know, like I said, it was like an Ivanhoe reunion in there. I had never seen so many Ivanhoe people in there. To this day, I've never seen that many people from Ivanhoe in there.
Right.
And it was just like, it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday. No, we just in there, just packed.
Hey, you know, when you got two people who live by truth and got truth in their heart, it's just meant to be. So that means it just had to happen. That's why I say, like you say, Chill, man, God brought that situation because I know he walked with truth. I know you walk with truth just because I know y'all. I've been around y'all enough to know that's what y'all live by. You know what I'm saying? And just switch the subject real quick because we was talking about something last week. We was talking about BMF, and I don't know how deep we could go with this, but it made me think about something. I had brought it to you, and I was just saying, looking at the guy Lamar on the show, it made me realize that the streets can be a dirty game, but the nigga who running the streets, his moral code become the laws of the streets.
And that's so true.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be a dirty game, you know what I'm saying? But if you got a nigga who did dirty shit to get to the top, then that's what he gonna reference as what the street says. And it got a lot of young people out here thinking that's what it is, so they doing a lot of grimy, backstabbing shit, and that ain't how the streets used to be. If you go back to the 60s and 70s when whether it was heroin and how this shit really got started with this dope game, niggas was moving off morals. It was a structure. It was a system in place. You know, if shit had to be dealt with, it was a reasoning behind it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't never just no lightweight shit. Even if it was over money, even some money shit looked at like, all right, I'm gonna just let that go. You know what I'm saying? Or it ain't, you know, it ain't on that level for it to be how Alpo situation came to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I realized just watching that show. You know what I'm saying? That this is really what's happening in the streets. You got young niggas dictating that, you know what I'm saying, based off of whatever they did.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what? And I think Chill can attest to this, man. Shit. I think that's what happened to the projects. Once we got I mean, you know, once the heads left, and you know, it's like the inmates start running the asylum.
He said something right there. Hey, Facebook world, y'all heard that? That was deep right there. And y'all better know it.
That's just the way I feel about it. I mean, you know, at some point, man, because it was structured. You can say what you want, y'all. A lot of motherfuckers say, "Oh, the projects was horrible, this, that, and other." Man,
that was a family.
That was a city within a city, and the structure was there. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was a structure there. You know, like I said, man, we laugh, man. This man invited me to his house, man. We just sat and laughed for hours, man. You know, just chopping it up. But what I did learn from that, Ivanhoe had his fair share of bullshit, but it was structured.
Yep.
It was structured. We governed our own shit. You know what I'm saying? We policed our own shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We laid laws on our own shit. And, you know, like I said, man, you know, I mean, it was so structured to the point where, you know, you learned that shit. You learned how to govern. You learned how to police. You learned how to take care of. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, everybody always say, hold on, I gotta give my boy. I give Famo. I am Famo on major platforms now.
Spice One.
Buy my album. We got what is Spice One, Young Buck. Boy, he got everybody on that air. And not to take away, he holding his own with every last one of them.
Come on now.
Yeah, most definitely.
And so at the end of the day, let's go. I am Famo. Let's get it.
Hey, one of the best rappers from Gary ever touch a mic. Y'all better know it.
Oh, coldest motherfucker. One of the coldest motherfuckers ever.
Y'all better know. Chill, what you got for us on that topic, though? You know what I'm saying? You firsthand, I know you can give us something on how that's affecting even what's going on today.
Well, man, you know, the major thing, man, what y'all just said earlier, it was all families across the board, not just in Avenue, but all across Gary. You know what I'm saying? All across us as Black people in this country, it was always a family element. Even if the father wasn't in the household, it was still a family element. You know what I'm saying? And within that family element, they either went to church, they either went to the mosque, they even went to the Kingdom Hall. Somebody in that household was in church. And it was a trickle down effect. So regardless of what you did, you knew you had to answer for it, and you know, from somebody. And if you was doing something wrong, you had OGs, the aunties on the street that weren't really no kin to you. You had people on the street that were like, what you doing? You know your grandma ain't gonna like this. You know your mom ain't gonna like that. Get away from here. They would steer you away from the garbage. You know what I'm saying? But as time went on, and a lot of people started becoming, like you said earlier, they became the beast out there in the streets, and their moral code started deteriorating. The streets started deteriorating. you couldn't depend on that true friendship, that true brotherhood. You know, and some I know some Sam Elder said a long time ago before he passed away, God rest the dead. I said, chill, everybody born after 1979 in Ivanhoe, they ain't about the rights. If they was born after 1979, they out here, they ain't got the same stuff we had growing up. You know, and that's just how I look at it. It was all a family structure.
That was a crazy time, though.
Well,
man.
You know what? It's funny.
79 babies, boy.
Well, it's funny because I think I got out there in 78. So
it's a crazy time.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, but you was born before 79.
Right.
I'm just saying because everything started changing, started flip flopping. Ronald Reaganomics came in, and it flipped the whole thought process of how we supposed to govern ourselves, the family, on our head. You see what I'm saying? And he funded majority of the drug trade that we got right now. He was the biggest chief benefactor of it. Man, you see what I'm saying? So
you know why I love that show Snowfall? They man, it ain't the fact that the street shit. They showing you them motherfuckers funded all that shit, man.
Okay.
We like I ain't not to try to take no quotes from New Jack City and all that, but shit, like you said, we didn't own no poppy fields. Then none of us had no airplanes. Motherfucker, that shit got flooded to us.
Man, let me tell you something, fam. I was over in Honduras when I was in the military in the 80s, and we shared a base where the CIA used to bring the stuff in, and the Contra dudes used to come down the mountains every night on their donkeys with the work, put it on the plane, and the CIA, they would get them the money and the weaponry, and they would get them the drugs. They would fly back to LA. You see what I'm saying?
You saw that firsthand.
I was right there when it happened. We was there.
Right.
They did us so cold that they took all our bullets from us, and we couldn't even have we didn't have bullets to defend ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? We're in a foreign country in between, and one of our lieutenants was taking pictures of it because he was like, this is bananas. You know, why they doing this? I have never seen a man this white before. He came up to our lieutenant in front of everybody and put a 10 mil to his head and was like, you take another picture, I'll blow your head off and send you home to your mother and say you died fighting for your country. Now, man, you definitely after that, I remember history, Oliver North, he ended up, he took the fall for it. Then a couple years later, he was out. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff, like with Snowfall, all this stuff was happening. And Ronald Reagan straight said on national TV, this is going to fund everything we need to fund for the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? But then they started doing the war on drugs. They revamped the war on drugs that, was it Nixon or Ford had started? Nixon started years earlier. You see what I'm saying? So it's not by happenstance that we got it. Like you said, we don't own no planes. We don't own no poppy fields. So it was, and then when Maxine Waters came out and the CIA agent came out and said, hey, this is what we did. We flooded the poor neighborhoods with cocaine and with drugs to get this money to fund our war.
And in the end, the government win. The government won. That ain't that fucked up. This shit all a game, man. It's always a cash grab. They got motherfuckers talking about a war, and meanwhile the niggas, the people in other countries, and every war we had, all they could tell us was black man go home, because they knew. Yeah. They knew this whole time. They was trying to let us know the truth. Let y'all know the truth.
Right. We ain't got no beef with y'all.
We ain't got no beef with y'all. Why y'all killing us? Why y'all
even over here?
Black people, God's people, God's Jews, however y'all want to say it. We God's jewels and Jews. We ain't gotta get that deep yet. We'll say that for the next one. But hey, man, it's all been the game, man. And we've been pawns in this shit. That's all this shit been, man. This shit crazy, man. There's some madness, man, with the devil that's running the country.
You know, Judge Mathis, he said, it's not they said, is it a conspiracy or is it just me? He got a poem he did when he came to Gary, right? But he was like, if you don't participate in the conspiracy ain't got nothing to do with you. But what we all did was Reaganomics. We was all hurting for the most part, and everybody participated in the conspiracy. You see what I'm saying? So that put us we was at a point coming off the, going right back into the 80s with Fight the Power and all that kind of stuff. Every time America, well, at least America do a revolution, so to speak, they throw something in the way to stop that revolution. Exactly. They throw something in the way to stop that uprising. You know what I'm saying? Not just with black people, with anybody that's against what's going on. They throw a monkey wrench.
Especially us, though.
Nah, chill. I want to ask you something. I'm gonna ask you too. But you was a little younger. Matter of fact, I don't. Not being funny enough, but I don't think you was even born yet.
88.
88. All right, you was born in 88. All right, chill. We get Boogie Down production.
Yeah.
We get all this conscious awareness. And
yeah.
And I as bad as I hate to say this, because I am like the biggest NWA fan.
Yeah.
But it was like we got all this conscious awareness, and all of a sudden, this gangster rap come.
Mm-hmm.
That shit pushed all conscious awareness out.
Yeah. It did to a certain degree.
Go ahead.
It did to a certain degree, but even with the gangster rap, a lot of gangsters on some of their songs, they'll let you know, like at the end of the flick, you're gonna be dead or in jail or sprung out. Even with most of the early gangsters, they thought they smacked, but they all had that one song or that 1 or 2 or 3 different quotes in their songs, like it's not gonna end good for you.
Hey, and you know what? That brings it back full circle to what we was talking about, because if you're not a leader yourself, then you're going to interpret that as that this is my motivation music rather than what niggas is really trying to impute to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like y'all the type that the music, and whether y'all roll to it or not, it's to the point that at the end of the day, y'all understood what they were saying. Because to me personally, when I listen to Scarface, that nigga was a psychologist. It was so much deeper than rap. This nigga tell you about the real dark shit. The real dark. I don't feel like that's what make him such a special artist to me. But aside from other rappers, because when you listen to his music, he gonna get you crazy, real crazy. Not killing niggas crazy, but I'm psycho crazy. And I ain't saying other rappers ain't did it, but the way he vividly would tell these
Mark
stories.
Manic Depressed. He let you know that. But see, like I said, we also, and I'm not gonna lie, and to this day, Ice Cube was still one of my favorite. Ice Cube was like he's still in my top 3.
Come on.
When I first heard him, I thought Ice Cube was the craziest motherfucker alive. Here's a little something about a nigga like me. Never should have been let out the penitentiary. Ice Cube would like to say that I'm a crazy motherfucker from around the way. What? What?
Yeah.
And then when he just elaborate, when he say we jump in the bucket, we couldn't catch him, so we said fuck it. We just did that the other day.
Well, shit ain't nothing.
Right. It ain't shit. We all said fuck you, bitch, and kept going. Oh Lord, we just called up, bitch, because she wouldn't even talk to us. It was just like, okay. At this point, now I'm just speaking for myself. At that point, my mind was I ain't want to hear nothing about no African pride. Because I'm living in these projects, I'm seeing this shit every day. Everything that they saying, I'm seeing every day. So at this point, I don't want to hear. Let's go back to the motherland.
Hey, it was called gangster rap. What they was really giving y'all was reality. You know
right, because this was what they was saying, my reality.
It was reality rap. That's
why
I was like, well, nigga be in Cali and you never been on that street before, but he can describe a situation that exactly or almost is like what you went through. It don't get no realer than that. It don't get no realer. What you got for us, Chill?
I often say, man, I was out there in Cali, man, when they was first getting all that music started. I started going out there like in 84 for the Olympics. My old man lived out there. And I was hearing their music before it became mainstream. So when I started, the first time I heard Boys in the Hood, I was on a bus going to San Diego. And when I heard that, just like you just said, Zach, I felt the same way. He's talking about people from where I come from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I ain't gonna lie, I was amazed. I was like, man, this is speaking to where I come from. You know what I'm saying? And it resonated differently. Now the hip hop stuff, I love that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I loved it. But when I heard NWA and Ice-T, because Ice-T was first, and I started hearing them do their things, man, it was just like I could back to this.
Hey,
this is my reality.
Even though we call it gangster rap, for it to be so much reality, it's really conscious rap because they're giving you something that they really seeing. And we never label it that because we always look at conscious music as something positive, but really it's just reality. Conscious ain't got nothing to do with positivity. It's about reality more so.
What it is we let them label it.
The labels. Yeah.
When they put the labels on it, but like you just said, that was conscious rap right there because and until he just said that, I never even thought about it like that.
That's what that really was.
But that's what it was. That was some conscious rap. At the same time, like he just said, and I just said, hey, dude, I'm hearing this. I'm looking out my door. Man, I'll never forget. I seen I seen some people. You know what I'm saying? I seen some people, man, jacking motherfucker out of Stacey Adams. What say? What size is those? At my back door. At my back door. Dude looking at me like little homie. Man, bam. Hey, you better get them Stacey's up, bro.
Hey, I heard a story from somebody who told me he knew somebody who had an Ice Cube album. Only words that came out of his mouth was, I need that. I need that. And he knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't nothing. It was, hey, man, that's what it was in those days. That was the lifestyle. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Everybody understood that. It wasn't nothing crazy. So at the end of the day, whether good or bad happened to you, when death start happening, people start realizing how much life really is important.
And you know what, dog? And just to say that is that chill. And I know you got to agree with me on this. Man, ain't no motherfucker. I'm just gonna say, wasn't no outsider finna come in Ivanhoe and shoot a motherfucker. Wasn't nobody finna do that. We wasn't finna let that happen.
No,
I'm fucking being beefing. So for us to see a motherfucker dead, like, god damn.
Hey, let me get a highlight on what she said right here. What I need that.
Oh, baby talking about I need that.
I need that. That's what it was, man.
And for real though, I mean, so on some real shit, dog, and it made me think like, ain't nobody coming out here gonna do nothing to nobody out here. So I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. Me and Chill was beefing every day. Me and Chill could get ready to be up strap on each other. Let another motherfucker walk out there talking about I'm finna shoot Chill. Oh no, you're not. Me and him, we gonna finish this. We gonna finish this tomorrow, Chill. We finna get him now.
Mm-hmm.
So far, like when the death started and all that shit, all of the shit started circulating. Like, damn, man, that's when the word, and I swear, that was for the first time in my life. That's when I heard the word genocide. I'm like, oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Like, all right.
And you know what, fam? When things start going bad in our neighborhood, I'm not gonna say no names, but one of the little brothers that got killed out there, one of the first ones, and the people started playing with the Ouija board to try to find out who did do it, right? And then after that, other dudes started burning the Bible. And then after that, I knew then, as a person who grew up in the church, I knew then it was just a matter of time before we had let Satan in. You understand what I'm saying? Satan was already in it. He was already there. But at that moment, we gave him full control of those projects. And one by one, everybody started, men, women, children, everybody became affected. You know, because the game always been out there, and the projects always been in Gary. But as far as we're concerned, we opened that Pandora's box that day, that within that week, and then one by one, day by day, somebody was coming up missing, somebody was coming up shot, and it became to the point that we destroyed ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, our community is still destroyed because of that. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, you know, even though we was all in Claude Nanny's that one night, but we wasn't all together.
Right.
We still had separate cliques. You still had separality. You know what I'm saying? So that's why one thing I do love about the Avenue reunions. That's one time that everybody, for the most part, can still come and be cordial at one time. But after that, it's still that separation. You know, and until everybody, you know, turn back to which we went, go back to them old landmarks where we came from, it's never gonna be a healing. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna have to be a healing. And just like you said earlier, when no outsiders gonna come in there and dictate what we did in Avenue. But once them outsiders got involved and them elements got involved, the community that we knew and grew up in was over with. And it's still damaged.
Hey, y'all in the comments, y'all get the websters open. I don't know what separality mean. I don't know if Chill made up a word on me, but we gonna run with it.
My bad, man. Let me bring it down, man. My bad, man.
Oh,
you know, you have to do my homework. You know what that means.
hey, you know, I want to say something though, because you know, I know it's gonna always be good Idaho talk, but it's a story in every hood in Gary. And if somebody out there in the Facebook world, in the Gary world, I want these conversations for Delaney. I want these same conversations for Dory Miller. We need to get this on Sin City because we need the young people to hear this. That's what I want to get to, because y'all need to understand. Because like I say, understanding is the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody out in the streets actively to talk, because we got a lot of young knucklehead ass niggas who don't really know this shit. You know what I'm saying? To even be able to understand it and speak it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like from the east side to the west, from Etna to the farther side of the west side, man, we need all of this type of conversation on this platform. You know what I'm saying? It's important. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you know what, man? Like, it was crazy because remember last week you was here and you said something to me. You said, you know, I didn't let you. I don't want to put words in your mouth. You say I didn't let you get loose.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And like, and it wasn't the fact, like I said, it wasn't the fact that I didn't want to let you get loose. It's just what I seen and what I had become. I didn't want that for you.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I was real hard on you because I seen your potential. I seen what you was capable of doing. And it was like, nah, I'm not gonna let him do it. So yeah, I kind of stayed on you harder than everybody else,
right,
because it's like, okay, I see the potential, I see the growth in you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't never want you to think that I thought you was soft or you was a punk or nothing like that.
Right.
It was just, I just seen the growth. I didn't want to see you turn that way, because it was like, you know, it was easy to do it. But where we was at, it was easy to do it.
It's so easy to do wrong. It's hard to do good. That's what people don't realize.
And I wanted you to see good. Like, and I wanted you to have at least like one person that you say, all right, if I do this motherfucker gonna bust my goddamn head.
I already know it.
Like, if even if like, I ain't gonna say you ain't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I wanted that conscience in you to say, if I get caught, this motherfucker gonna bust my goddamn head. He gonna fuck me up.
And I want to add to that, because even with that, you got a lot of people out here that they ain't got nobody to answer to. That's why you
right.
Like I say, I look at you and Zach. I mean, I look at you and I look at Chill and Kaz as those lights in people's life. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, it's so easy to do wrong. It ain't nothing to get in the car with somebody just because you want to and go do whatever they about to do. That's so easy. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be a leader and still feel like you're respected in your choice of not doing what you feel like ain't smart. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas out here fell down that trap. A lot of niggas out here did it because they friends was doing it. It ain't just my age. This shit started years and years
this shit
ago.
started, like I said,
years ago.
With me and Chill. That's why I tell you. That's our whole connection is that I chose to be a leader. I chose to be a leader and say, you know what? That's this.
But you know what? You know what's so tricky about the streets, though? That's why I say the streets is chess, because you always gotta say the right thing. And I don't mean like I say, I don't mean like in no soft or no punk way, but you always gotta say the right thing because you gotta maintain your integrity at all times. You always gotta stand on your square, and that's hard to do when you know he did this for me, and you know you feel like you owe him in that respect. And it might not be the smart thing, but you know you gotta do it. You know you got to. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard. That's hard because you gotta think about some shit and understand, even in that situation, how you gotta move.
And like I said, that's like even with like I say, man, I'm not trying to be no dick rider, no nothing like that. And I tell motherfucker, you know, there's very few people I ever like looked up to and admired. Yeah. Very few. Chill. He's one of them people that I looked up to. You know what I'm saying? Anybody know me know I'm my own man, but it was just the fact that, like, you know, I seen him out there. I seen him out there standing on the block, and I seen him standing strong on the block. Little motherfucker. Little motherfucker. That motherfucker mouth, you can hear Chill all the way to the basketball court. Some bit, fuck it. Hey, I know you changed that, Pastor, elder. But hey, you would hear Chill off the, and he didn't. Hey, I don't care if you was. I didn't see him argue with Big George.
I don't know Big George.
Right, well, I said I didn't see him argue with Big George. I seen him argue with Charles Clemmy. Just throwing names out. You know what I'm saying? He never bagged down. I'm like, this motherfucker probably 2 inches taller than me. If he 2 inches taller than me. He probably weighed about 10 more pounds more than me. And it was just like, you know, I seen it without him directly showing me, he still showed me. All right, just because you little, you can still be your own man. Right. Don't back down from nobody. And I'm looking at him like, little motherfucker, he damn near my size, but he not bagging down from nobody.
You know, and I want to, before you jump in, Chill, I just want to say real quick, that's because of spirit, man. And I ain't trying to get too religious and too deep right now, but that shit means something, man. Your spirit can ring louder than the biggest nigga. Because just because he big don't mean his spirit is as big. You know what I'm saying? And that shit make a lot more noise. You know what I'm saying? Than what people think. You know what I'm saying? What you got for us, Chill?
You know, man, when I look back at life, man, you know, the way, you know, my family came from the East Side, right? And a lot of East Side guys that, you know, was like my guy, like Earl Beeks, you know, Avery Beeks' father, you know, Earl Beeks, that was my godfather, you know. So a lot of them guys from off the East Side, who was before the West Side even became a black neighborhood, they were from the people that kind of raised me, you know what I'm saying? And then when I look at Avenue, y'all remember the movie 300?
You said what now?
The movie 300.
Yeah.
Okay, now when I look at Gary, like, especially Avenue or the West Side, as when they used to kick you out the house at 12 years old and make you go fend for yourself amongst everybody else, and you would get jumped on, beat on, but you had to find your own manhood. You know what I'm saying? And all my people from the East Side to the West Side to Glen Park, I have relatives in all them parts of town. So I would have to go to each one of them different neighborhoods and just stand on my own and always rep where I came from. But at the same time, once again, all them people from all different sides of town, they taught me how to think and they taught me how to be a leader. So it was like when you go back home, wherever you go, you got to stand on your principles.
Right.
And if you don't stand on your principles, no regard to how big you are, how small you are, nobody's gonna respect you. And you gotta know how to respect other people to get that respect. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I first met Big Boy, go ahead.
Now I just want to say to illustrate what you said. If y'all think about the movie Harlem Nights and the young Eddie Murphy and the attitude he had even as a kid, that's what he's describing right now. That's what he described. That was when y'all look at a movie like Harlem Nights, that's normal to y'all. When I watch it, you know it's comedy, but I'm looking like a kid is up there talking shit like he a man. A kid, he talking that shit like he a man to a nigga with a gun. You know what I'm saying? I ain't what he saying before the scene went up. I ain't something shit. I forgot what he said.
I ain't giving you shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
why I'm like, that's exactly what I feel like you describing, just to illustrate for everybody my age and others who won't understand what you breaking down. Go ahead though.
But see, that was the dynamics of growing up in Gary back then. You know, everywhere you went to, like I said, I lived on all sides of Gary growing up as a kid. And everywhere you went to, it was that same mentality. Are you gonna be able to stand on your own 2 feet? Because if you can't stand on your own 2 feet, you can't be around us. Ain't no telling what we might get into. You see what I'm saying? And then you better be ready to go to church on Sunday morning. Because if you ain't going to church on Sunday morning, ain't no more screaming wheels Saturday night.
You ain't going to screaming wheel Saturday if you don't go to church Sunday.
Yeah, you know, or Tri-City. You ain't going to Tri-City or screaming wheels.
Oh my God. Hey, the Congos walking through that motherfucker trying to go to Tri-City.
Right.
Please walk through them Congos. It's late. I'm talking about.
Wait, what's the Congos? Like, I need y'all to break it down.
Okay, the Congos right behind Tri-City. The woods right behind Tri-City.
Okay, I got you.
Shit, it was a straight path from Tri-City to Ivanhoe.
That makes sense.
Now, a lot of motherfuckers didn't walk through that motherfucker because they were scared. Shit. I don't know. I think Ivanhoe kind of made the path through that motherfucker. As we go,
I grew up in the Congo Bongos.
Right. Hey, we go through that motherfucker. Hey, I knew every turn, every which way to go. Hey, shit. What was it called? The store in Tri-City?
Yep.
Remember, it was right down the corner, the store? Man, we hit their ass up and hit the Congo Bongos. Shit. What a right. Hey, them security guards couldn't catch us once we got in the woods. It was over. They knew what we was running to. Shit. We had like 4 different ways to get in that motherfucker. They thought that one little path right there. Oh, they go, man, we finna run that way. We come up behind the bud plant on their ass. It was a wrap. Motherfuckers did not know how to stop us.
Hey, Gary history right here, boy.
Hey, what do you say, boys in the hood? I'm finna go to Snow. You ain't got no money. I'm going anyway. I'm finna throw a name out to you, man. I'm finna throw a name out to you real quick before we get up out of here. Mr. Fred.
Mr. Fred.
What that name mean to you, Chill?
Right. Chase Street, Mr. Fred. Before it turned to Chase Laundromat.
With the candy stuff.
Come on, Carlos?
Yeah, Carlos. That's what Mr. Fred was the one that got it next. It was Carlos that had it first.
Yeah. Mr. Fred was the laundromat. Mr. Fred was the laundromat.
Yeah. I'll say, Mr. Fred's laundromat. Carlos was the first one. And
Carlos, Puerto Rican Carlos.
Hey, and if you cut through the side,
Milk Depot.
Hey, you fuck around finding your food stamp or something up, right? Some food stamps. Dog, I don't know who used to lose their food stamps through that motherfucker, but if you remember cutting through it right on the side of Carlos stove?
Yeah.
Shit, you find your food stamps, shit, couple of $1 or something.
Okay.
And he was the only person in the city. You spend food stamps with him, he wasn't getting no money back. He's gonna give you some his own paper monopoly money to say that's what how much money you had back to go back and spend at the stove.
Yeah, shit.
Hell no.
Nah, in Puerto Rican Carlos, man, that shit was crazy as hell. Okay, wait a
Milky
minute.
Pole.
Baby
That was
said-
Milky Pole.
yeah, man. That's what Baby just said, Milky Pole.
Ooh.
Oh man, that shit
Word
used to
up.
be, dude. We used to have.
And
hey,
you know what? And you know what's that? When y'all talking about Big George, right? You know, I remember the first time I met Big George, he was trying to make Venetia and Sean argue with each other, right? So I'm cussing him out on Tolly, not knowing he was. He just bust out laughing at me, right? So I'm like, you know, take your big black butt on, you know, don't come over here with that stuff on Tolly, all this and that. And then after he left, Big Mike was like, hey man, you know who that was? I'm like, who was that? He's like, that was Big George. And I was like, Big George? You know, how come you didn't stop me? I mean, talking crazy to that nigga. And then the next day he came to my house and knocked on my door and was like, hey, Mr. Taylor, how you doing, Mr. Taylor? Can Willie come outside and play? And they said, hey, Willie, your friend Big George out here looking for you. I'm like, Big George? And he at my door? So I went and got my little 22 and came out like, man, what's up? He's like, man, walk with me for a minute. And we walked and talked, man. He was like, man, you the only person besides my brother Glenn who ever cussed me out before. And I had, and ever since then, Big George, we hung tight. We was together even the day he got killed. I was supposed to be with him, but I was down the street at Nanningham's house. But that was my brother, man. You know, street people, man, and Big George, man, me and him would walk literally from one end of Gary to the other end of Gary, drinking on some wine and just talking. And him telling me basically like, bro, you got to get away from here, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something better for yourself. Him, JT, all the old dudes, you know, they was like, man, you know, this ain't, you know, get away from here. You too big for this. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere else. You feel me? And that'd be my thing now. Listen, like when I talk to my man, I tell him in a minute. I'll be like, Frankie, man, what y'all doing, man? You know what you doing with your life, man? You know what's the business? Yep. You feel me? So yep. I'm only doing what people did for me that was older than me. I always try to, you know, speak game to you to let you know it get better anywhere you at. You don't gotta stay with that stack.
Yep. Definitely, man. That like I said, man, this is like this actually been a therapeutic moment, man. You know, just even saying them names. Them names you ain't heard in years. You know, we just used to go. I mean, like I said, man, it was just so. It was like, man, baseball games, basketball games. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers didn't know. Like we was serious about them sports back then too.
Yeah, the whole city was.
Man,
you know,
hey, shouts out to my man Kenny. Hey, Kenny would knock on everybody's door. Kenny would knock on the door. Hey, what your son? Hey, boy, come on out here and play this baseball. Kenny would make the whole project play baseball.
That's love right there. That's why I say, man, this shit. I can tell that it's a family, man, based on these Ivanhoe reunions, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit is family, man. It's, you know, it's still a little, you know, animosity at times. Who may show up just through talking, you know what I'm saying, from ear to ear, but even still, they come. Even still, it could be shown that love can still conquer all of this shit, man. Niggas growing up, all that shit behind. Niggas got families, and all you could do is try to get to your peace, man. That's all you could do.
Yeah.
No matter how you do it, get to your peace and bring love, and like y'all doing right now, reminisce on the laughters and the good times, because. Hey, this is only the first episode of the Sundays vibing on Sin City.
Right. So, we vibing.
Hey, it's gonna be more stories coming out that's gonna unfold where we're gonna have y'all laughing. We might have y'all crying, but hey, it's gonna come out and it's needed because hey, everybody gotta heal. And something gonna come out and it's gonna finally bring peace to a situation that behind the curtains that somebody never heard about. You know what I'm saying? Never knew what was really going on. Just like how y'all got at Claude Nanny's, man.
Okay,
that's a beautiful thing.
Now here go Famo. We heard about the 80s, but the 90s babies got to get hurt. All right, you know what? Next week, Famo, you come on. Come on the show next week, dog. Your invite is there next Sunday. Next Sunday, Famo, come on. That show is Tell us what them 80s babies was like.
Them 90s baby.
That know his history, boy. That nigga remember when he came out the womb. He
I'm
came out rapping.
I'm a 70s baby.
They didn't even have to pull him out. He came out like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, talking about, you know, I got stories for days.
Hey, man.
I remember your little badass running around there. What was that little motherfucker name? His little running buddy? Doodoo. Sandra and Doodoo. Goddamn.
Bless you.
Right. Hey. I remember.
Hey, man. I guess we're going to go and wrap it up right here, man. We got more Ivanhoe Tales, more real conversations for people to peel through, get through the layers.
More Gary Tales.
And, hey, that's all I was just going to say. More Gary Tales across the city, because it ain't just Ivanhoe. It's so much more that may come out that's going to put some healing to this shit, man. And, hey, bring more love and bring y'all to Sin City, man. Come on, bring your ears.
Okay.
That's right. 60s, baby. Me too. 60s, baby.
I say OG 60, baby. All right, but that's
right.
That's what
I ain't want to say nothing, but you know I'm a 60s baby too.
Right.
We see the grades coming in.
Hey, like I said, hey, dog. Hey,
I heard these.
Wisdom.
Hey, you heard? Hey, these is motherfucking badges of honor right here.
I couldn't wait to get this. You hear me? I've been trying to get this all my life.
No, I see. Who you telling? Shit. And I know you heard the same shit I heard when I was at Westside. Motherfucker, you won't make it to 18. If you make it to 21, you'll be dead in here.
Yes.
Nah, look at us now.
From your own people.
Ain't no the beautiful thing about it. A lot of them people, man, who said that you weren't gonna make it or we weren't gonna make it or just around the whole city. That's why I love seeing people, you know, because the dope game derailed a lot of people, man. Even if you wasn't in it, it still derailed a lot of dreams. It was a lot of dreams that were deferred because they couldn't get hold to what they wanted to get hold. But now look at everybody. If you look across the board, honestly, those that's still around and still got their sense about themselves, they doing pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying? May have started late, but they doing good collectively. Better than a lot of people would thought. That's across the whole city. You feel me?
Yep.
That's across the whole.
We made it.
Yeah.
Man.
And I don't want nobody to just think it's just all Ivanhoe stories. Hey, Delaney, Miller, Concord, Etna. 09, Etna. Hey man, this right here, Sin City presents this vibing. We vibing for the city.
Universal. Hey,
we vibing for the city. And you know what? Before we get up out of here, I gotta say one thing, man. I gotta piggyback on what you said, Chill. You know, you said you came from the east side to Ivanhoe.
Well, my family did. My family did.
Right. I was
born in Ivanhoe.
Well, I came from Concord.
What street?
I was born on Matthews. I was born in Concord on Matthews Street.
Away.
So you
what? I was born in Ivanhoe, but my mom's first house was on 19th and was 19th Avenue in Concord. When they had the blizzard of 67, that's why I was there. We were stuck in the house in Concord in the blizzard of 67.
Full circle.
See, and that's crazy because you know what I'm saying. My daddy lived out there. My mama lived out there. I mean, my mom and daddy stayed like this far from each other.
Yeah,
so I would walk out my mama's back door and go to my daddy house. So
and you know, man, a lot of the CCA boys, man, but when they before they the CCA and different things like that, I used to be out in Concord all the time. You know, the Carsons, the Gardners, all them.
I grew up with all them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I used to be out there with Giddy Up, all them, man. We used to play basketball, man. They would walk me to Barlow, and then we'll stop at the liquor store and get some wine or something. We over there walk, not all of them, but we the Talbots them. We'll walk back half to Barlow, and then they'll walk back to the Concord. So it was like,
I got
It was just
one
love to
story
the
before
whole
we get
thing.
out of here, man.
I want to say this
Yeah.
real quick. Hey, Concord got some funny ass niggas. Boy, I'm talking about some real characters with some personality out there. And I know it ain't start with my generation. I know y'all know some people with some real personality. Out there.
Yeah.
Some real characters, some funny niggas, some cool niggas. Concord has some of everything, man. Shout out to CCA. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I had a motherfucker. I had my uncle Twinkle Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I never forget this. You know, Big George was from Concord too. Big George was originally from Concord.
Right,
And
right. Him and
And I
Fred
never
now.
forget. Right. And my uncle came out there. My uncle was at our house, and I don't know if you was even out there that day, Chill. Everybody sitting on the court. And my uncle walked out the door to speak to Big George. And Big George he had a fifth of NJ. And Big George snatched the bottle from my uncle. Like, motherfucker. You know, he looking at Big George, so then he about to square up with Big George. I'm like, oh, Lord, man, they finna kill him out here. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker's like, hey, it's one-on-one. Let him go.
Mm-hmm.
And Big George just looked at him, and he like, you know, like, motherfucker, I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. I ain't never been scared of you. You know I ain't scared of you. And I remember my uncle telling me that day, hey, don't ever back down from nobody. Don't ever back down from nobody. I don't give a fuck how big they are. My uncle probably was 5'6" at the most. 5'6".
Mm-hmm.
He was a stocky motherfucker. About 5'6". And I remember I'm terrified. Like, oh my God, Big George finna kill him. But he wouldn't back down. But everybody broke it up because everybody was cool with my uncle. I'll say you probably know him because y'all probably around the same age, Twinkle Stone.
I know Twinkle.
Yeah. It was just crazy, man. It was just like, you know, I mean, like I say, man. So I'm coming from Concord. I didn't move to Ivanhoe. Shit, I'm gonna tell you, I still thought I had my pass in Concord. My freshman year in high school. Freshman year, motherfucker told me don't go to Shells. I said, shit. I said, why not? They say that's where Concord be at. All right. Shit, everybody from Concord know me. Man, them motherfuckers jumped the shit out of me. They jumped the shit out of me and still. I said, oh, okay. I see what we had now. And hey, man, it was all from there. Concord now. But we squad. Hey, shouts out to CCA.
Good times, man. Good times.
Concord Billings.
Good times, man. And if you got a few words for us in the prayer form, Chill, man. Yeah, to let everybody know they can get up out of here blessed, man. You got a few words. You can close it out.
Most definitely. Merciful Father, we come before you as humble, broken servants, Merciful Father. And we just want to just thank you for this ability to vibe today, Merciful Father, with CNC Radio, Merciful Father. Thank you for my man, Zach, for putting us on this team, Merciful Father. And anybody out there that's hurting or going through anything, know that the Most High got your back. He stand at the door, just wait for you to open it for him. So all you got to do is just go to your Most High and just pray and just worship the Most High. And even though things might seem rough right now, it could always be worse. But as long as you got God in your heart and God in your spirit, you're going to make it through. Amen.
Man. All right, y'all. I want to thank everybody that tuned in to us. Like Sin City presents Vibing. Oh, trust me, this coming every week. I talked to Chill earlier, and I said, man, we just going to see how I feel. I think it's a feel-good moment, Chill. What about you?
Oh, man, it's lovely, man. You know, it's lovely, baby. It's lovely. I already told you how I feel, man. You know, I've been watching you since day one, and I'm just happy that you're doing your thing, man.
All right, well,
and Frankie, you already know how it is, Frankie. You know, back when I was drinking, you used to drinking my last drink and eat my last Polar sausage, so you know it's all good.
Big Woodfoot preserve.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. Oh, my man. I ain't gonna call his name out. I'm gonna call him Glock Power, but that's my dog. Hey, look here, check this out, man. it's very few motherfuckers I done been friends with since the first grade. But that dude right there, Glock Power,
Wait,
that's been my dog since the first grade.
shout out to him, man.
Goddamn, check it.
Hey,
All right, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here. You got some last
oh,
word?
no, we signing out. That's all I was gonna say. We signing out. Y'all get back to y'all food, y'all Sunday, y'all love, man.
All right, y'all. Check this out. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.
We're gonna get up.